Hello, Eric Lawler here for JOE.ie, and we are here with Manchester United legend Nicky Butt for the launch of the Guinness International Champions Cup. Nicky, thanks very much for agreeing to talk to us.
No problem at all.
A couple of questions we have to ask you. Obviously, a lot of change at Manchester United, and you being, let's be honest, a legend at Old Trafford, and still revered there by many Manchester United fans. You were working under Giggs. Just as the season ended, how did you find that? Did you find that anyway strange that the class of '92 were in charge again?
Yeah, it was really surreal to be on the bench with your mates that you've known since you were 10 years of age, and obviously helping manage the biggest club in the world, in my opinion. So it was a bit surreal, but it was great. It was real good fun. 5 weeks of real, mind-blowing things, really. So really enjoyable, and hopefully soon we'll get it sometime again.
The one thing I've noticed about the campaign building up for Brazil, particularly with England, is that there seems to be a lot less hype this time, which is probably a good thing. Yeah. And you have a young squad there, and I think the pressure's off to some extent, and there isn't the pressure that's been on England squads in previous World Cups. Do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing. I think for me being an England fan and Englishman, it gets on my nerves a bit, the amount of pressure and expectation gets put on a team, because let's face it, we've not won anything since '66, so we've got no right to go to any competition and win things, and there's always better teams there than us, better squads than us. So this time it's quite refreshing to have a bit of realism, if you like, and but the good thing for us is we've got some great young players who have been performing brilliantly for different clubs all season, and added to that, the pace that we have now up front, in midfield and up front now is better and more pace than we've probably ever had for a long time, and pace causes people problems, and hopefully they'll pause the young lads with all that pace, like I say, up front, will cause some defenders problems over in Brazil.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the likes of Lallana and Barkley, particularly Barkley for Everton, who looks outstanding. He seems to have taken to the international stage like he's always been playing international football. Yeah. Do you rate Ross Barkley yourself?
Yeah, I think he's phenomenal footballer. I think he's going to be a star in the future. He could make himself a star in the next few weeks. And for me, I'd playing with Gerrard, obviously, two Scouse lads who look after each other, and I'd play the Lana with him, and then 3 of the 4 up front. But like I say, the youth, and with youth brings no fear really, because I remember when I was 18, 19, 20, you just play like you're playing your mates on the pitch. You don't have no fear about anything. So that's added bonus for England to have players like that, and like I say, the lads that we got up front, their pace will cause people problems.
And with I suppose with the whole Sturridge and Rooney thing going up front, I suppose there's talk in the media now, particularly in the last game against Honduras, that Rooney played out on the left hand side. Do you think that'll probably be his role during the World Cup, playing on the left side?
If it is, it's only because Wayne puts a shift in anywhere he plays, and is good in that way. But for me, you got to have Wayne Rooney if he's on top form. He's one of the best players in the world. You got to have him, for me, in the middle, where he scores goals, creates goals, and causes teams problems. So where Roy plays him, I'm not too sure. But if I was in charge, I'd play him down the middle.
Yeah. Okay, and you just mentioned Roy there, Roy Hodgson. I'm going to ask you about Roy Keane now. And any time I've ever read any stuff about Roy Keane and his time at Manchester United, he's always spoke of you in glowing terms as one of the few people that you get on with. And sorry, the question I suppose is, Nicky, are you still in touch with Roy in any way?
Yeah, Roy's a mate of mine. He's I've known him a long time now. He lives close by to me at home. So I can class him as a pal. Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't think I've ever come to Ireland without answering a question about Roy, really. So nothing new there. But he's back involved with the Irish team now. So he's a proud Irishman, and he's enjoying his job at the minute.
Yeah, and he's been linked, I suppose, with the assistant manager role at Aston Villa. And I suppose we were all bracing ourselves for his exit when he was linked with the Celtic job. And thankfully, for our sakes, that he turned it down. And now it looks like he could be working under Paul Lambert at Villa Park. Do you think it's possible for someone like Roy to do 2 jobs, to do the Irish assistant manager role as well as the Villa role?
Yeah, I think it is. I think a job with the national team, only you do a bit of scouting and stuff, obviously, but it comes round when the clubs break up anyway. So I won't think that's a problem. And if Roy's on the bench for a team, whoever that may be, you can always scout the players that way. And so I think that's what Roy thinks he can do, and the Irish team are happy with him to do that. I don't see a problem with that now.
Excellent, right. And finally, Nicky, before I let you go, the World Cup itself, obviously, as a proud Englishman, you want England to win the World Cup. But if you were a betting man, who was your pick for the World Cup?
If I was in a betting man, I'd have 2 bets. I'd have a bet on Argentina to win it, and then I'd have a little sneaky one on Chile to be in the top 3 or 4.
Chile to get to the semi-finals. Yeah, the likes of Vidal and Sanchez and that team. They are, yeah, I think they are dark horse, and they'd be my tip as well. See, me and Nicky both have the same opinions on football. Nicky, thanks very much for talking to us. Right, cheers, mate. Thanks a million.